There is trouble brewing in the desert, and no one is saying anything about it. And we're not just talking about Kyler Murray and the fact that he fell down and went boom, non contact injury. So we know what that means. It's not even the fact that Kliff Kingsbury has failed upward his entire life. As a QB, he failed in the league. As a college coach, he failed. And now, even as a NFL coach with a lot of weapons that's been bestowed upon him, he is still failing. We're not even going to get into any of that. That's not even the biggest story that is allegedly coming out of Arizona. But now we have, if you're following along with the in-season Hard Knocks, you know that the Arizona Cardinals had to get rid of, fire, dismiss, whatever you want to categorize it, their offensive line coach, who was starting to carve out a pretty decent role on this season of the in-season Hard Knocks on HBO Max. So this guy was becoming a character, and they had this quietly get him out the paint when they came back from Mexico City. Something happened. They didn't get into too much detail, but he was essentially allegedly wilding down in Mexico City. So they had to get him up out the paint. Well, now the GM of the Arizona Cardinals is also now taking a leave, personal reasons, health reasons. Those are the things that have been put out for the public to ingest as the reason why he's stepping away. And everyone just assumes and gives him the bail of, all right, health reasons, we get it. Whether it's mental health or physical health, everyone, has their own wherewithal to step away if they need to, take their own PT if they need to, right? Mental health, wellness, all of that, right? Here's the thing. The now, I guess, dismissed, fired, let go, however you want to call it, Arizona Cardinals offensive line coach is now saying, hey, I want to go to arbitration. And you want to know why I want to go to arbitration? He wants to go to arbitration because he is alleging that him being cited in Mexico City by the authorities was a case of mistaken identity. Now, if you've seen in-season Hard Knocks, you could see where the offensive line, well, the now former offensive line coach for the Arizona Cardinals and the now on leave GM of the Arizona Cardinals could be the same dude if you're, in the late night running the streets in Mexico City. Is there something there? Is this a coincidence that Mans decides to step away and within 48 hours, no more than 72 hours, we get news that the offensive line coach, the former offensive line coach, is like, hey, that wasn't me. That was the one wilding in Mexico City. I just took the L. I took the fall. And now that man's just running away, inciting health reasons. Oh, no. You got to run me some money if I'm taking this L for you. What the hell is going on in Arizona? The owners out here flying everywhere, just living the dream. Meanwhile, it's nothing but a cesspool rotting from the top to the bottom from that organization. Having cameras in the building can really unearth some tea. But, it's NFL Films, it's HBO, there's a relationship there. They're not going to really go deep into this because I was waiting. Once the offensive line said, oh, we need that tea, all we got was, Kliff Kingsbury addressing the team and some little bit of back chatter talk or whatever, and that was it. Then on the bye week, all this other stuff is starting to come out. Kyler falls down and goes boom. And then we have the GM, Steve Keim, walking away for personal reasons, health reasons, whatever. And now we have the former O-line coach that was allegedly wilding in Mexico City, spinning the block saying it was a case of mistaken identity. I don't think any of this is a coincidence in the desert. And meanwhile, Kliff Kingsbury is still failing upward. Kyler Murray, they just gave him all that bread for COD. Pat Peterson called him out on the pod, and then Kyler Murray had to spin the block and try to defend himself. And all of it is nasty. All of it is nasty in the desert. No one gives a damn. All right, okay. The value of that franchise is not, the value of that franchise just keeps going up. Just keeps going up no matter what happens on the field or no matter what happens in regards to the business part of it. The fact that the stadium sometimes doesn't look full, doesn't matter. It's an NFL team. The evaluation of the team just keeps going skyward. And that's where the owner just keeps flying around because that's where the value is. The value of the team just keeps going up. You might as well keep your head in the clouds.